they're planning on staying 2 weeks. They are going July 6th, 2 days after I leave the UK, which I know, I love it. But they're going July 6th, and they're apparently planning on staying for 2 whole weeks. That's
I heard 5 days. Wow. Okay. So 2 weeks now. Yeah, I knew they had 5 days in the UK. Now maybe they have extended it. Yeah, because I know he has that one event on the 10th, which I believe is the one event for the countdown, and the rest is going to be his other charities. And that Meghan, as far as I know, maybe you know differently, isn't going to be doing any solo thing. She's just going to be tagging along with Harry. So I don't know if that has changed. So,
well, according to Allison Boshoff, it is now 2 weeks, and I trust Allison. She has immaculate sources, impeccable sources. Where the hell did I get that from? I think I went to go visit church this week. We'll move on. I do think it is interesting. If they stay for 2 weeks, then it's going to be impossible for Charles to not fit them in on the schedule. And Harry's going to want more than one time. So that's going to be something for all of us who follow the days of our Montecito lives. You guys, it's literally, this season is ramping up. I believe we're going to stay at St. James Palace, which of course suits Meghan. She loves a palace. She hates a cottage. But I also think that if they come back again as a family, that will become their base in the UK. They're also wanting to go to Sandringham while Prince Charles is up there for the flowers show. And William has let it be known, hell no, not in the main house. Because if you in the main house.
Right. That's going to be a problem. I think William's going to be very scarce.
William's on vacation. He's already told them, I'm out. Me and Catherine, Catherine and I are very busy, and we will be nowhere near London or Sandringham Estate. Goodbye. We're hanging out with the children and doing other events. We're not going to be there. But now there's this talk of a civil war between the king and William. And I'm hearing from my source, who's good friends with the king and the queen, that this is not true.
Right.
You know,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. Like I said, every family has disagreements. If that's the right word.
Disagreement.
Hello. It's early, Paula. It's early. If I haven't had my coffee. So every family has disagreements. But at the end of the day, King Charles is the king, and the monarchy comes first. And his son, William, is the heir. Yes, they're going to not see eye to eye. You've got, 30-year age difference between them. They're different generations. William wants to come in and clean house and change things. And, King Charles is pretty much running his mother's monarchy. He hasn't made any changes. He's trying to keep it, in my opinion, I always call him the placeholder king, because he's trying to keep it together for William. William is the one who's going to make the actual changes. I think that King Charles, he was an older king when he inherited the throne. Again, he's just trying to continue what his mother started, but there definitely needs to be a lot of changes, and I think William is the one to do it. So yeah, there's going to be butting of heads, but at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan have done a lot of damage to the family, to the monarchy, and to bring them back under what circumstance? Look at Uncle Andy. Look at the disaster that he has created for the royal family because they were too nice. They gave him too many allowances, and now it's biting them in the arse, right? Biting them in the arse. So they're not going to let Harry back. It's been 6 years. They might bring him back as a family member where he can sit next to Uncle Andy in the church pew, okay? But he's not coming back as a working royal in any capacity. They have already done the counselors of state. They removed his permanent residence from Frogmore. He's not invited to family weddings. He doesn't go for Christmas. So again, he is Team William. They might butt heads on how to handle him, but at the end of the day, William is the heir to the throne.
I actually agree with practically everything you said. I do think there are tensions between the two. I do
Yes.
think, and I take it back. I know that William is frustrated and has cut off his brother, and there's no chance of reconciliation.
No, it's done.
Is his wife, his children, and the firm, period. Probably in that order. But I do think that Charles has a fine line to walk. That is still his son. But I agree that William and the throne are going to have to come first, especially after the very bad behavior, and especially as we've all seen what happens when Meghan doesn't get her way. She gets angry, and things like this happen. The book and the tell-alls. And the last thing anyone ever wants is to be in her presence again so that she could write a book about what happened during this summer, during next summer, and nobody wants a sequel to
I personally believe that the king wants nothing to do with Meghan. I think he would see Harry, but with Meghan, because you have to remember, Harry and Meghan were very cruel to Camilla. What he wrote about her in the book Spare, 2 months later, he kicked them out of Frogmore. People forget about that. They came for Camilla, which was the biggest mistake they could make, in my personal opinion. I think they would give Harry a chance, but Meghan, no. The kids, unfortunately, I think they've written it off. They already know that, unfortunately, they're probably never going to have a relationship with those children, because Harry and Meghan are not going to let them, because everything is on their terms. And everyone in a family has someone like that where you love them, but if you invite them in, it's just not worth the hassle, and you have to love them from afar. And I hate to say this, but I really do believe, and I could be wrong, that William and Catherine and the kids will not see Harry and Meghan until King Charles's funeral. I don't see them having any kind of relationship at all. I mean, just the hurt and the betrayal that they're constantly doing for 6 years.
I think they will see Meghan this trip, because I think they will have to. If they see Harry, and if they want to see the kids, Meghan will be there. There's no way in Sam Hill she is going to let those kids go anywhere without her, if not as pawns checkers on their checkers board, because I don't believe they know how to play chess. I think a lot of the information coming out right now is from the Sussex side. And I think that the palace is saying, hey, right now we're offering you everything we've always offered you: a place to stay in a royal residence, period.
And they have security. They've always had security. This is what a lot of people don't understand. He's never been left out to dry. Every single time he's gone in the UK, he's been offered a free place, which I would take a room at Buckingham Palace. I would take the coat closet. Give me a turkey sandwich and free Wi-Fi. I'm a happy girl. It's free. Come on, Paula. We would live it up there. But I mean, they always give them a residence, and they do have protection. It's just not the bells and whistles that he wants, what the king has, right? And he's not the king. You're fifth in line to the throne. But do you really think that William and Catherine are going to see Harry and the kids? I think that's not going to happen, but possibly the king and Camilla. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, for 2 weeks, good Lord, those poor people, I feel bad for them.
It's 2 weeks of causing ruckus. If they do go for 2 weeks, it will be massive ruckus causing. And
I thought it was 5 days. So 2 weeks. What the heck is he going to do for 2 weeks?
That is what the Daily Mail, Alison Boshoff, are reporting. And they're going to do a lot of damage in 2 weeks. And we are probably going to be on this every day while they're there for 2 weeks, because it will be a daily soap opera. No weekends off.
Bring our popcorn, Paula. Call me. We'll do this on the phone again. We'll do this.
I know. Well, the other thing is about the other fact versus fiction, the Meghan relaunch angle. So rumor is she's coming back to soft launch her new family business. And I say not yet false. I say that she will have to soft launch a family business. She may show the kids' faces, but after making a few calls last night, she will likely do what she did with the Queen, which is show Lily on a lawn later after Lily's aged out of that.
Yeah.
But I think she's still all in on as ever, even though you and we all know there's no way that business is succeeding. She's going to sunset it out, but she still has 2.5 years to sunset it out. Actually,
Yeah,
around 2.
I agree. I believe she's going to soft launch herself. I believe this is a reputation repairing movement that, again, they're reintroducing Meghan to the UK public, because remember, she hasn't been there in 4 years and she was there for the Queen's funeral. I believe they need to do some reputation repair if they want to bring the business, if they want to bring the kids. So this is going to be Operation, Reintroduce Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and kind of show people what they've been missing, that little Meghan magic that she thinks she has. I do believe she's going to cosplay Catherine. She's going to wear a whole bunch of fancy smancy outfits and put them on her little app. She's going to be merchant. This is going to be Australia 2.0, Invictus 2.0, because Meghan's not going unless Meghan can do Meghan. So this is going to be a very self-serving, again, test run for Invictus 2027. And I do believe, because she has trademarks, she's working on Australia, Canada, and the UK. She has limited herself to the United States. Her target market has died. She's not grown any new audiences. She's not getting any new fans. And her products have about 18 months left. So again, I personally think she should just check it all to Ross, TJ Maxx, call it a day, let it go. But if she wants to expand globally, she has to have new product. And Netflix has dumped her. So everything now is coming out of her pocket. She has a lot of free merch left over, but as we know, it's the time's a ticking. So in order for her to grow and expand in the UK, she has to repair her relationship with the people and the royal family and show relevancy to the royals, because every time that year goes by, they're falling into obscurity. Okay, they're becoming the new Uncle Andy and Fergie 2.0. Okay, they need to send them a fruit basket because at least they make them look good, right? But again, at the end of the day, her business is faltering, her popularity has died, and they need to do something, or he's never going to come back to the UK ever. So I do think this, like you said, is a repair of Meghan. It's a test run. She's going to merch it. It's going to be a whole thing that we've seen, because they want to do more of those tours.
I think she's also, and I said this before, I'll say it again, that she is re-auditioning for the roles. So she will be curtsying quite deep for King Charles, Queen Camilla, if she shows up. And I think Queen Camilla might, just to support her husband, especially if it's going to be longer than a tea. But she has to re-audition for them, to say, look, I can behave. Look, I can do this. So that I think possibly, if she were smart, she would roll back her behavior. She might listen to people and not actually market any of her outfits, which of course she will do.
She will do.
In fact, if she was smart, she would just keep her investment in one-off and take herself off one-off completely. There are enough people on it, or enough D to Z listers on it. And she is definitely re-auditioning, not just for the royal family, but for everybody. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. I love this community. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Also, my Substack, I do come out with some bangers a couple times a week. They are exclusive, and I do put it up before I talk about it. So if you want everything first, go there. All right, you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I'm going to go wake up the turd bird. I thought he was right there, but apparently my voice made him move. Yes, I see why. Okay, bye.